When I got pregnant, I had a friend refer two books to me on how to raise a baby. At that time, I was more concerned about being pregnant and going into labor than I was about having a baby and taking care of them. I had my first niece when I was 13 years old and have babysat for my nieces and nephews several times. At the time of being pregnant, I had 21 nieces and nephews. The part of raising a child didn't scare me as much as the fear of going into labor and not knowing what to expect. Boy, was I wrong. Once I had my baby, I forgot about the pain of labor, but was now dealt with how to raise a newborn baby, in which I realized I didn't know anything about. Through trial and error and relying on various resources, I have come to feel more confident in raising a baby in the first year. I still don't know everything and will continue to learn, but as I have implemented various resources, I have come to realize that if a baby has its needs met, it will be a happy, thriving baby. I am no expert on raising a baby, but since I have raised my own daughter, I feel that I have some knowledge on the subject. When I have been desperate to find an answer on how to help my daughter, I have done quite a bit of research and asking others for advice. I have come to know that every baby is different, but that doesn't mean that the same techniques won't work on most cases. I now babysit my 3-month-old niece full time, along with my 1-year-old daughter. I imagined it would be harder than it is. The techniques and skills I learned in raising my daughter, I have applied to my niece, and it has worked like magic. Although not everyone will have children, I believe this topic applies to most people due to the fact that they will encounter a baby at one time or another in their lifetime. Most people want to get married and have children. If I can pass on some of my knowledge, my hope is that I can help others in need. Among the resources I have acquired through my research and learning, I have come to rely upon trial and error, relying on the Lord for help, reading Baby Wise and The Happiest Baby on the Block. I've learned to not judge myself or others and their parenting styles. I've learned to be consistent and use a schedule. I've relied on my intuition as a mother and seeking advice from family and friends. As we experience life's challenges, don't we come to realize that it's easier to go through life when helped by outside support and resources? As I have experienced raising my daughter in her first year of life, I have gained knowledge and skills that have given me more confidence in the future when having more children. I don't claim to be an expert by any means, but I hope that some of the knowledge and skills I have learned can also help others who are going through the same thing. I have been able to apply my knowledge to watching my 3-month-old niece full time, and she has taken to it really well. It's not always easy to know whether a child's disposition adds to the ease of raising them, or if the skills I have learned help a child be happier, or rather, if it's both aspects working together to create the perfect atmosphere for a happy, thriving baby. Either way, I hope that my experience can help others, regardless if it is their own child or not.